Hello and welcome to day 190 on our quest of 365 days of becoming peace, meditations, and inspirations. The name of today's session is What's Inside? Often, what's on the outside is nothing like what's on the inside. We make hasty judgments about what is or what isn't. And we often shortchange ourselves in the process. I often say, life is like a candy bar. The outside looks nothing like what's on the inside. Well, one day, not long ago, I ran onto this picture. What do you think it is? It's one of my favorite things in the whole world and reminds me of summer afternoons with my great-grandma in her yard of hydrangeas. It's the inside of a hydrangea plant. It really took me back because I have never seen the plant from this perspective on the inside. Looking at things from many different angles and perspectives helps us stay unstuck. Different perspectives remind us you can look through many different lenses and see many different interesting and often valuable views. The biggest thing about this beautiful view of this hydrangea flower is the way it mirrors the clouds. Its beautiful, billowy petals make me want to fall into a bed of them. And it also resembles a tree with branches reaching up to heaven. I guess I'm kind of a visual person. And I love to look at any eye candy I can get my hands on that inspires my soul and brings peace to my heart. I guess what really surprised me so much was while I was viewing this picture, the feeling of safety, beauty, acceptance, and love that exuded from this view of the hydrangea. Ironically, it was the same exact feeling I would have when I was with my Grandma Jensen I spoke of earlier. The inner world of this flower was parallel to my inner world as a child, sitting on my grandma's lap, feeling so safe. No wonder she loved these flowers so much. I've always felt close to her when I see them. It really helps center me and ground me when I look at these beautiful flowers. So what is it for you? What are you being called to see differently or from a new perspective? What patterns will you notice today in your travels that you might be able to view and see new beauty with a different perspective? Isn't that the way we all are anyway? Our outside most often doesn't reflect the insides of our heart. The troubles being considered in our thoughts, not the deep, tender feelings that we have about someone or something yet to be communicated. Today, I'm just going to give you a little bit of space, and I'm going to invite you to allow your imagination to run today in the silence. Take the time to drink in this time and space being held for you we never get these moments back. And I'd like you to consider what perspectives might be discovered on your journey here in the present moment. I'll mind the time until you hear that beautiful, soft bell. Okay, let's come back now. Gently taking deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Allow yourself just a few moments to sit silently while you are coming back. Peace comes when I consider new ways of discovering perspectives. You know, I've really enjoyed holding this space for you. I'll admit this was quite a commitment to me when I started doing one meditation per day on January 1st of this year. And I'll be honest, it was a learning curve with technology, with writing, with getting my system down. And I just thought in the beginning, there's no way I can continue this for a year. But guess what? As the days have gone on, moved forward, God has been good. He has given me inspiration as to how to get my systems even more locked down. And He's been really good at giving me some good perspective and inspiration. And for that, I appreciate it. But I really do look forward to every day. It takes me about an hour to do one of these programs. And I really enjoy being in this space with you and creating this for you and for me, for humanity. I hope you consider sharing this session with someone you love today. And I just love that you showed up for yourself today. You showed up, you came, you did the meditation. And that is a pat on the back for doing something smart and good for you. Thank you for being here. I hope I see you tomorrow. I'll be here. Bye for now. Hello, and welcome to day 191, Becoming Peace, super short meditation. Today we are visiting what to stop doing. So see you on the inside for a great session today. So take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And as we get started today, make sure you're sitting with your back supported and your head free. Place your hands in your lap and just relax here for a moment before we begin. If you feel like you could, close your eyes at this point. If not, just watch the video. If God blocked it, stop chasing it. Wow, let me say that one more time. If God blocked it, stop chasing it. How much time have you spent chasing things that don't need to be chased? You know, those round pegs that you keep trying to fit into the square holes? Well, we could write volumes about this topic, literally, and I'm not sure if there's anything that hit me with more impact over this past year than this. If God blocked it, stop chasing it. For years, and I mean years, I have wasted energy, time, effort, heart energy, mental energy, emotionally charged energy, chasing things that had no business in my life. And wow, have I paid dearly for it. There isn't really much more that needs to be elaborated about with this. Just if God blocked it, stop chasing it, stop fighting it. Here's the golden question. Questions, I should say. What are you chasing that God has blocked? And why are you going against the closed door? Are we crazy and a glutton for punishment? What are you chasing that you know that you should not be chasing? What closed doors are you throwing yourself into to try to keep open? Well, what do you think? Why do we do this to ourselves? As I took inventory for myself, I know I do this on a daily basis, guilty as charged. What a wake-up call for me today. Am I ever grateful that this small, powerful mantra came across my heart today? Because you know what? You cannot change or alter anything that you don't bring to your conscious mind. So what I'm saying is we have to be mindful and aware before our heart can be willing to take a different path. If God blocked it, stop chasing it. Wow. I hope this is hitting you with the same impact. So we're going to hold some space for you today as you contemplate what it is you are chasing. Where God has already blocked and shut the door, what do you keep trying to open up? And what do you keep inserting your own will against His for? Why? Why are you doing this? I'd like you to take a big deep breath and be square up honest with yourself today. Be willing to do the hard work. Get out your for real cap and put it on. This will do you some good today, I promise. So I'm going to mind the time until you hear a soft bell. Okay, let's come back now. Gently, softly breathe in and out. Keep breathing while you're coming back. I know that might have been a little bit of a rough session for you. The last few moments of really coming face to face with some hard realities for yourself. But I do know that peace comes when I choose to stop chasing those things that God has already blocked. I know you have someone in your life that could use this information. So I'm going to encourage you to share this meditation with someone you love. And remember to just be easy on yourself today by taking in small bits of light, a little more light than you did yesterday. And I will be here to support you tomorrow if you come back. I hope I see you then. Bye for now. Hello and welcome to day 192, Becoming Peace, Meditation and Inspiration. This channel was created as a safe place where you can come anytime and set down the hurts and the cares of the world. It's a place that you can strive to not only feel peace, but actually learn how to become peace. So settle in, find a comfy place to sit. Make sure your back is supported and your head is free. Rest your hands in your lap. And go ahead and take several deep cleansing breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Feel free to close your eyes if the spirit moves you. And don't forget to write your inspirations in your meditation notebook when this session is complete. Here's our centering thoughts today, taken from Writer's Blossoms via Peace. Nobody knows the real us. Nobody knows how many times we've sat in our room and cried, how many times we've lost hope, or how many times we've been let down. They just don't see how many times we felt like we were going to snap, or how many times we've had to hold back the tears. When we're sad, the bad thoughts that go through our minds are overwhelming. Sometimes the strongest people are the ones who love beyond all faults, cry behind closed doors, and fight battles that nobody knows about. We keep ourselves together for the ones we love. Only those who have known the darkness can truly appreciate the light. I'd like to just spend a few moments inside the words we just experienced. Who knows the real you? Do you know the real you? Do you acknowledge her? You fight difficult battles. What battles are you fighting right now? Are you willing to let them down for the next few moments and get a rest? Honor who you are and the heavy loads you carry every day. I'm going to mind the time until you hear that soft bell. Okay, let's come back now. Remembering to take deep cleansing breaths as you slowly come back. Wiggle your fingers, your toes, your extremities, and gently open your eyes when you're ready. Peace comes when I acknowledge all of me. Thank you for showing up and taking this time for yourself today. Remember to share this session with someone you love. And please remember to take in just a little bit more light today than you did yesterday. After all, that's all we can do. I will be here tomorrow, and I hope you will too. Bye for now. Hello, and welcome to day 193, Becoming Peace, Meditation, and Inspiration. The name of today's session is Observe Judging with Awareness. It's a big one today. Judging is something we do several hundred times a day. And becoming more aware of how we do this is a right step on the path to releasing the negativity with the judgment. So stay tuned. This channel was created as a safe space where you can come anytime and set down the hurts and the cares of the world. It's a place you can strive to not only feel peace, but actually learn how to become peace. So settle in, find a comfy place to sit, make sure your back is supported and your head is free. Rest your hands on your lap. Go ahead and take several deep, cleansing breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And close your eyes if the Spirit moves you. And don't forget to write your inspirations in your meditation notebook when this session is complete. So there are a few teaching points before we move into the meditation, but just keep relaxing. The first one is, this path of mindfulness involves learning to open to experience moment by moment with kindness and compassion toward yourself. That is the first step on a path of learning how to refrain from judging. The second teaching point is the next time that you have a noticeably pleasurable or painful experience, see whether you judge the experience as good if you liked it, or bad if you don't like it. Or a third option is boring if you don't have any particular feeling one way or the other. The third part is mindfulness, the art of being present, is a non-judgmental way with whatever is happening in the mind or body, can help diffuse that anger and contraction, leading to less and less pain over time. So keep in mind these 3 points as we move forward. We can be very emotionally reactive. especially when we are hurting. Have you noticed that? So part of the practice of mindfulness is observing the judging with our awareness of knowing that our judgment is not who we are or what anything is, and over time refraining from judging or reacting to our reactions, so becoming more non-reactive. This path of mindfulness involves learning to open to experience moment by moment with kindness and compassion toward yourself. This is easier said than done, of course, which is why we all need practice. The next time you have noticeably pleasurable or painful experiences, see whether you judge the experience as good if you liked it, as bad if you don't like it, or boring if you don't have any particular feeling one way or the other. So right now, form the intention to suspend your hair trigger tendency to judge everything, according to whether you like it or not, and also your tendency to react emotionally or fairly automatically. This is not meant to be an ideal, just as an exercise to recognize what your mind is doing and to bring into greater awareness when they do arise. The more we can be present for our experience, the less caught up we are in the painful aspects of it. Can we witness experience from a distance with perspective so that we can choose our best response with a sense of space and ease without reacting from a sense of emergency, urgency, or stress? I know that's a lot to unpack. So over time, with practice, you may find that being less emotionally reactive, harshly judgmental, becomes more and more our default setting. You may also find that you are kinder and more accepting of yourself and your experience of pain, however they may be. As you've noticed, anger, resentment, and fear, self-loathing, and contraction usually increase the intensity of our pain, mentally and physically. Mindfulness, the art of being present in a non-judgmental way with whatever is happening in the mind and body, can indeed help us diffuse that anger and contraction, leading to less and less pain over time. Whenever you're dealing with your chronic pain, it's important to know and remember that as long as you are breathing, there is really more right with you than wrong. So let me repeat that. As long as you're breathing, there is really more right with you than there is wrong. No matter what is wrong, no matter how much pain you're in, no matter how dire the situation seems, there is really more right with you than there is wrong. Your work is to remember this and to mobilize all of your interior resources to work for you to improve the quality of your day to day and moment to moment life. One of those interior resources is opening up to the power of the present moment. And as you've probably experienced before, the power of now is enormous. Yet, for reasons ranging from evolution to habit, our minds mostly persist in living in the past or in the future, in memory or in constant anticipation, in worrying or in planning. When you inhabit this moment, you realize and feel how powerful and healing it can be. Be alive here and now. Where else can you live fully? Where else can you live fully? It takes practice. That's why this audio can be so helpful for you. You can come back to it over and over and over as training wheels to help you build the habits of present moment awareness so you can incorporate it to alleviate physical pain and mental suffering. Of course, it's easier to show up more in the present moment as long as it's pleasant. So there's a reason I chose this particular meditation today. A few days ago, I found myself in a situation where I was being triggered severely by two different individual people that had nothing to do with each other. And I realized in that moment when I started to have that contracting and upset and irritated that I just needed to stop and breathe, take a few moments, and had a conversation with myself. And the conversation went something like this. All right, this person has really messed in my Wheaties and I'm really irritated. And I just started to wind up and get really in full-blown kind of meltdown mode when something inside of me said, hold on, wait just a minute. You don't have to react emotionally in a negative way and let yourself get all wound up over someone else's actions. So for the next 3 minutes, I just sat with my dogs and petted them and took some very deep breaths in and out and calmed myself back down and went about my day and didn't even think another thought of this person's comments. I didn't let it bug me for more than 15 seconds, and it was much better than letting it bug me for several hours. Do you see what I'm saying? Catch yourself before you go over the edge emotionally, because whatever someone else does, you do not have to emotionally receive it. So let's take just a few moments, and I want you to ponder and process what we've talked about today. We've covered a lot. It's kind of heavy. And I want you to take one more deep breath and out I'm going to mind the time until you hear that soft bell. Okay, let's come back now. Oh, deep breath in and out. Good. That's a lot, isn't it? To be able to learn how to develop the habit and think and get in the right mindset of not allowing another person to push your buttons, no matter how heavily they step on the gas feed. You don't have to react, contract, and get emotional. I've really enjoyed holding this space for you today. This has been something that's been on my mind for quite some time. And I hope that you'll consider sharing this session with someone you love and care about. Remember to take in a little more light today than you did yesterday. And I'll be here tomorrow if you will. Bye for now. Hello and welcome to day 194, Becoming Peace, Meditation and Inspiration. The name of today's session is Using Rain for Difficult Emotions and Thoughts. Today, we're adding one more skill to our meditation toolbox, and it has to do with handling difficult emotions and thoughts. This channel was created as a safe place where you can come anytime and set down the hurts and the cares of the world. It's a place you can strive to not only feel peace, but actually learn how to become peace. So, settle in, find a comfy place to sit, make sure your back is supported and your head free. Rest your hands in your lap. Go ahead and take several deep cleansing breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Close your eyes if the spirit moves you, and don't forget to write your inspirations in your meditation notebook when this session is complete. So let's talk about rain. R-A-I-N, rain. Rain stands for recognize, allow or accept, investigate, and nourish. Rain. Recognize, allow, investigate, and nourish. Did you know that you can use it with any experience? Make it a stand-alone meditation practice and return to it with ease in daily life. It's especially helpful with difficult emotions and thoughts. So let's get comfortable and begin bringing your awareness to your present time experience. Give yourself a minute or two after closing your eyes to notice what you hear. What do you hear? What are you feeling in your body right now? What are you feeling? And what is occurring in your mind? Bringing up a difficult experience or emotion, start with recognition. Recognize the thoughts coming up. The sensations in your body. And the critical inner voice you often hear. Spend a few moments just acknowledging the presence of the difficulty, tuning in to the different ways it manifests in your experience. Move to the next phase, allowing or accepting. Allowance or acceptance. With unpleasant emotions, the habit of the mind is to try to get rid of these experiences. Instead, Allow it to be present in you. You may try offering this simple phrase of equanimity and acceptance. Right now, it's like this. Again, right now, this is like this. How did that feel? We're going to continue to work with acceptance for just a few moments in silence. And if you have trouble, bring the mind back when it starts pushing the difficulty away. Let's practice for a few moments. Now, let's begin investigating more deeply. You recognized what you were feeling in the first steps of rain. In investigation, allow some curiosity to take over. Ask yourself where you feel vulnerable, how this emotion serves you, and if you believe you can be free from this pain. For the final few moments, turn toward nourishing yourself with self-compassion. This entire exercise has been a practice of self-compassion as you're tending to the pain with awareness rather than denying it. However, make a dedicated effort to offer a few phrases of compassion and with an open heart. You did a great job today, exercising and implementing and integrating a new tool in your toolbox, your meditation toolbox. RAIN, remember, stands for recognize, allowing or accept, then investigate and follow up with nourishment. I hope you've enjoyed this session today because I have immensely enjoyed holding space for you. Remember to take in a little more light today than you did yesterday. All we've got to do is take small steps. Small, steady, slight edge steps toward our goals. I hope you have a fantastic day and I will be here tomorrow. I hope I see you. Bye for now.